Ah, my spine-tingling spectators, if you think your holiday family gatherings are haunting, wait till you hear about Jacob's spectral surprise. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell icon if you dare, as we unwrap the chilling tale of the ghost of Christmas Never. Jacob Marley, a journalist in his mid-40s, had always viewed the world through a lens of stark realism, a trait that served him well in the bustling, snow-covered city of Millfield. Known for its Dickensian architecture and vibrant Christmas celebrations, Millfield was a city that lived for its festive season. But for Jacob, this year was different. It was the year the ghost appeared. The first encounter happened on a frigid December night. Returning from his office, Jacob's eyes were drawn to a spectral figure beneath a barren tree. Its gaze, mournful and penetrating, seemed to recognize him. A chill crept up Jacob's spine, a chill not entirely due to the winter air. Shaking his head, he hurried home, attributing the vision to overwork and lack of sleep. Yet sleep eluded him. The figure haunted his dreams, its presence a whisper of a Christmas that never existed. Driven by a mix of fear and curiosity, Jacob began digging into Millfield's history. His search led him to the local library, where the musty scent of old books was a balm to his restless mind. Here, he stumbled upon the tale of a devastating fire that had engulfed part of the city one Christmas Eve over a century ago. In the library, he met Arnold, a man whose eyes sparkled with the thrill of unsolved mysteries. Arnold, fascinated by parallel universes, suggested an outlandish theory. The ghost might be a visitor from a world where that tragedy had erased Christmas forever. Jacob scoffed at the idea, yet couldn't shake it off. Further research unveiled a shocking family secret. Jacob's own ancestor had perished in that fire, a fact never mentioned in family stories. And the ghost, with its sorrowful eyes, bore an uncanny resemblance to the faded portraits of his great-great-grandfather. As the days passed, Jacob's skepticism wavered. The ghost appeared more frequently, each visit revealing fragments of a life in an alternate reality, a brother he never knew, lost to a Christmasless world. This revelation hit Jacob hard, stirring a deep, unacknowledged yearning for family connections he had always dismissed. The historian's warning echoed in his mind. Interacting with the ghost could erase Christmas in his world, but the emotional pull was too strong. Jacob began speaking to the ghost, each conversation deepening his sense of connection to this unseen brother. As Christmas drew closer, the city around Jacob began to change. The festive lights dimmed, carolers' voices faltered, and the joy of the season seemed to drain away. Jacob's reality was altering, his interactions with the ghost reshaping the world. On Christmas Eve, Jacob faced the ghost, the snow around them swirling in a frenzied dance. With a voice laden with grief and acceptance, he acknowledged the truth of his lost brother. The air shimmered, teetering on the brink of reality. Then, as if a spell had been broken, the world snapped back. Christmas returned in a burst of light and song, its spirit more vibrant than ever. But Jacob was changed, touched by the profound realization of the fragile boundaries between worlds. Days later, walking through the rejuvenated city, Jacob's life took another turn. He bumped into a man with familiar eyes, the eyes of the ghost. "Jacob," the man said, his voice a mix of disbelief and hope. "It's me, Ethan, your brother." The revelation was staggering. Jacob's journey hadn't just restored the balance, it had rewritten his reality. He embraced Ethan, tears mingling with the falling snow. The ghost of Christmas never had given him a gift beyond measure, a family restored, and a truth too profound to be anything but a miracle. Well, fiends, it seems Jacob got more than just a ghostly greeting for Christmas. He unwrapped a whole new reality.
Dark Diaries.
Good evening, my chilly thrill-seekers. It seems the forecast in Willow Creek is frightfully frosty, with a chance of shivers down your spine. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell icon, or you might just get left out in the cold. Prepare yourselves for a tale that's sure to freeze your blood, Jack Frost's Revenge. In the quaint town of Willow Creek, David Matthews, a retired meteorologist, lived in a world shadowed by a childhood memory, an eerie night visitation by what he believed to be Jack Frost, a spectre of ice and winter's chill. This haunting memory, tucked away in the recesses of his mind, resurfaced as Willow Creek began experiencing unexplainable weather anomalies. As autumn's colors faded, strange, icy phenomena gripped the town. Frost patterns, intricate and sinister, appeared on windows, and a biting cold snap seized the streets, confounding even the most seasoned residents. David, once a man of science and skepticism, found his old fears rekindling, urging him to uncover the truth behind these chilling occurrences. David's search for answers led him to the attic of his childhood home, now a dusty chamber of memories and forgotten history. There, among the remnants of the past, he found his grandfather's trunks filled with journals, maps, and books on folklore. His grandfather, known for his reverence for nature and mystical tales, had chronicled detailed accounts of seasonal spirits, including Jack Frost, described as a vengeful guardian of winter. While David delved into these ancient tales, the town struggled under the unseasonal freeze. He noticed the toll it took on his neighbors, particularly Sarah, the owner of the local café, who shared her worries about the town's survival. Her warmth and resilience struck a chord in David, reminding him of the community spirit he'd often overlooked. The narrative deepened as David uncovered a connection between the town's rapid development and the disruption of nature's balance. His grandfather's writings suggested that such imbalance could awaken Jack Frost, a spirit not just of folklore, but of environmental retribution. This realization hit David hard, not just because of the myth coming to life, but also because of his growing affection for Sarah and her struggles. He saw the strain in her eyes, a reflection of the town's collective anxiety, and knew he had to act. Uniting the community, David spearheaded initiatives to restore balance with nature. He encouraged environmental respect, using his grandfather's teachings as a guide. The town's efforts to warm their hearts and attitudes slowly weakened the icy phenomena. David and Sarah, working side by side, found solace in each other's determination, kindling a bond that transcended their fight against the frost. However, as the frost began to recede, David faced a chilling revelation. The entity, Jack Frost, was not merely a product of his fears or a simple spirit of law. It was a real ancient guardian of winter, demanding respect and balance. The town's collective change in attitude had appeased it, but the peace was fragile, a delicate harmony between humanity and the natural world. In Jack Frost's revenge, David Matthews evolved from a man tormented by his past into a guardian of this newfound equilibrium. His journey of facing childhood fears, embracing community bonds, and respecting nature's delicate balance became a tale of hope and coexistence. The story of Jack Frost, once a nightmare, transformed into a lesson of harmony, whispered through the streets of Willow Creek, a reminder of the fragile line between myth and reality. In the world of horror, the cold never really leaves, it just hides. And as the frost recedes, my icy friends, not all chills come from the cold. What did you think of David's frostbitten journey? Leave a comment below, and let's see if you can keep your cool.
Dark Diaries.
Good evening, my fiendish followers. Ready for a tale where spirits stir and secrets echo through hallowed halls? Don't forget to click the subscribe button and ring the bell icon. For tonight, you're in for a real haunting experience with Oogie's Revenge. In the quaint New England town of Whitewood, where the autumn mist clung to cobblestone streets like a lingering whisper, the Miskatonic Theatre stood as a testament to bygone eras. Its walls, shrouded in ivy, held stories as old as the hills that encircled the town. Harold, the theatre's director, was a relic of a different time himself, his silver hair and lined face maps of a life steeped in drama and secrecy. As Harold prepared for The Nightmare Before Christmas, his latest production, he couldn't shake off a sense of foreboding. The troupe he assembled was diverse. Jenna, a fiery young actress with a voice that could tame thunder. Thomas, a jovial giant with a penchant for set design, and Eliza, the quiet newcomer with eyes that seemed to see through the veils of reality. Strange occurrences began as mere oddities, a missing prop here, a flickering light there. But as the rehearsals intensified, so did the phenomena. Shadows slithered along the walls, and whispers echoed in the empty auditorium. Harold watched, heart sinking, as fear began to gnaw at his cast. Then, one fateful night, the air turned icy, and a figure emerged from the shadows on stage. It was Oogie Boogie, or rather, an entity masquerading as the character, its voice a chilling rasp. Panic ensued, but Harold stood rooted, confronted by the ghosts of his past. In the dim light of the backstage, Harold confessed his history to his frightened cast. He had been part of the animation team for the original movie, his ambition clashing with that of his colleague, Ethan. Their rivalry had been intense, ending only with Ethan's mysterious death. Jenna, with her unyielding spirit, suggested they delve into the theater's own history for answers. Research unveiled a chilling fact. The theater had been the site of a tragic fire decades ago, a fire that had claimed several lives during the screening of an early Burton film. This tragedy, they theorized, might have created a nexus of spiritual energy. As the final show approached, Harold knew he had to confront the entity. During a climactic scene, the specter of Oogie Boogie appeared, more menacing than ever. Harold, facing his guilt and the spirit, realized the truth. The entity was not Ethan, but a manifestation of collective fears and tragedies tied to the theater itself. The confrontation was harrowing. With the support of Jenna, Thomas, and Eliza, Harold used a combination of his remorse for Ethan and a heartfelt homage to the victims of the fire, symbolized by an old burnt film reel they found in the basement. The entity, faced with this acknowledgement of the past, dissipated into the ether. The performance that followed was more than a show. It was a catharsis. The actors poured every ounce of their experience into their roles, their portrayals resonating with an audience unaware of the true drama that had unfolded. As the final curtain fell, Harold felt a weight lift from his shoulders. He had faced his past and, in doing so, had freed not only himself, but also the spirits tied to the theater. But as the applause died down, a lingering chill in the air suggested that some stories never truly end. In the shadows of the Miskatonic Theater, secrets still waited, whispers of tales yet untold. Well, wasn't that a spirited performance? If it sent shivers down your spine or stirred your phantom fantasies, leave us a ghostly comment below. And in the world of haunting tales, the final curtain never really falls.